What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Jacob. We got the big dog behind the camera, and this is Big Dog Eats. So once again, really appreciate y'all joining, tuning back into the channel. Today, we are pulling that pellet smoker back out to make a backyard favorite. I'm talking about pulled pork, man, and I'm gonna pass it over to the big dog and let him explain. All right, big dog, let's tell him how we make our pulled pork.
All right, no problem. So pulled pork, the best way to actually make it is with our pork butt. Go ahead and show them. Now this pork butt is actually a very small one. We don't really have a lot of people eating on this, so I didn't want to get one of our bigger pork butts for this. But the concept is exactly the same. Now one thing I do want to mention before we season this is there is a debate about the fat cap that's on top of this. Some people like to trim it completely off. Some people like to leave it. In the Big Dog Eats kitchen, what we're going to do is we're going to actually trim some but leave some, because the fat that's right here on the top is soft fat. So this is going to render really good and just infuse into the meat, which is going to just give it an amazing flavor.
And everyone knows fat is flavor.
Fat is flavor. The hard fat is what you don't want. Now the other thing is when we get ready to season this, we're not going to cut it up and all that. We're just going to season it and put it right on the smoker.
All right, so what does the trimming look like on one of these?
Okay, so for this, the main thing is I'm going to get this little corner off because this is a harder fat. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a light, easy trim right there, pull that off right there. We don't really need as much fat on the side as we do the top, because I'm going to be putting this in the smoker from top side up. That way that will render. So I'm just going to kind of get a little bit of off the side here. And other than that, that's get a little bit right off the top here.
There you go.
If it's too thick, you don't want it. You don't want too thick of a fat cap, because then it won't penetrate. The seasoning won't penetrate the meat as well. So we're going to pull just a little bit off like this, and then it'll be ready for seasoning. Okay, so we're going to just do our standard barbecue rub. We have to start with mustard. And again, this is not really used for flavor. This is really just more of a binder. It helps the seasoning bind to the meat.
You can smell that mustard, that zinky mustard smell too, man.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It's not really designed for flavor though, but yeah, it's a nice little binder.
Okay.
All right.
When you say binder, you just mean something that makes it stick to the meat.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And then we just have our salt, pepper, garlic powder, which is going to go on top.
The classic 3.
Yeah.
Salt, pepper, garlic powder, everyone knows.
Yeah.
And you got to do all sides?
All sides.
Okay.
Right there, get it on that side. And I actually kind of do it backwards on this. I do garlic powder, pepper, and salt. There we go. Just get a nice even coat, and then we're going to do the holy smoke after this. And then it'll be ready for the grill.
Now the holy smoke's like a savory, sweet, here, look at this. It's like a sweet, savory, delicious little blend.
I gotta say, I really like it a lot. I've had rubs, many different rubs in the past. Since Blake came over and showed us this, I didn't even know that stuff was a thing, but it's really good. So
yeah.
I bought a couple bottles of it, and I'm really liking it a lot.
It's especially good on pork as well.
Yes. All right, now it's time. Now with the holy smoke,
And look at the color that comes.
be nice, and you can be nice and generous. You don't want to be skimpy with this stuff. You want to put this
And it
on
almost
there.
becomes like a crust as well.
That's exactly what the rub is designed to do, is to crust up.
There you go. Let that thing rip.
Nice. Now get all the sides as well.
And the side, you want to put some in your hand. That's the technique. You put it in your hand, or you roll it on the side.
Or you just do it that way. See, there's the bone right there. That's going to pull right out at the end. You guys will see that.
Nice work, nice work. Look at that thing. Look at that butt.
Ready to smoke.
That's a thickie right there. Hey, give it a smack.
you can see, it's an absolutely amazing day out here. So that's why we decided to do this pulled pork for this cook. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go ahead and toss it in the smoker. Now, as you guys may have noticed, I did crank this thing up to 300 degrees. Normally, I usually cook it around 250, but that takes about 11 hours to cook when you do it that way.
We did not have 11 hours.
You know, we're not full-time YouTubers, so we actually have to go to work tomorrow. So we cranked it up to 350, and that's gonna drop our cook time down to about 6 to 7 hours. It's still gonna give the same result. So let's go ahead and get this thing in the smoker. And as you can see, we got our smoker tube going. If you're not sure what a smoker tube is, I'm gonna go ahead and link. We actually have a bonus video on how to use those, and I'll link that in the description.
Yeah, it's only like a 2-3 minute video too, so it's not like you gotta sacrifice a whole lot of time.
So we're gonna have fat side up. We're just gonna put it right here. The smoke's gonna go right through. It's gonna give us a nice, really good crust.
Oh wow.
We'll see you in 6 hours, buddy.
Hey, you know what I always say, man, if you put it in the smoker before lunch, it'll be ready for dinner.
Well, maybe.
I hope. Are we finally ready to eat these?
No, we are not. So we just pulled this off our smoker. Now we have to let it rest for about 45 minutes. This is a very important part of this, because what happens is once you let this rest, it really lets that fat and that meat just really get super tender, and you'll see what it looks like in a minute.
Man, I'll tell you one thing. There's one downside to all the smoking videos that we make. They all take hours to make, man.
Hey, nothing good takes, is easy. You know what I'm saying?
Rome wasn't built in a day.
And normally, this would take 12 hours, but we had to expedite it because of this. So that's what it looks like right now. Now, what we're gonna do is we're getting ready to cook our side dish. And we have a great one for you today.
Big Dog, so tell them about the side dish.
Gotcha. So today we are making the Big Dog Eats baked beans recipe. It's a special recipe. It's really, really good. And what we do is we start off with the base, which is Bush's Homestyle baked beans. All right, the Homestyle is the kind that doesn't have very much stuff in it, so that you can use it as a base. So basically what this is like a blank canvas. So let's show you. So we're gonna pour this in here. Like I said, the Homestyle beans recipe is more of a blank canvas, and it allows us to add a bunch of stuff to make these beans amazing. Matter of fact, I think I'm about to go all Michelangelo on this stuff, The Picasso of beans, so to speak.
A little bean art.
Exactly. So let me show you how to make these amazing beans. So the first thing, I went ahead and chopped up and cooked an onion. So we're just gonna toss an entire onion right in there.
And we did that one off camera just to save
Yeah, we didn't want to cook the onion on camera.
you guys have seen us cook enough onions.
Exactly. Got Sonny's barbecue sauce. It's getting a little low. We're gonna probably have to go back to Sam's and get some more of this stuff. I usually put about a cup of this stuff in, but it's really more just a taste.
Yeah, let me show it to him again. We took a risk on this stuff. It was like $6 for this big old thing at Sam's Club. We had no clue what it was gonna taste like. So far, it's one of the best
We've been eating this thing stuff like crazy. All right, the next item, brown sugar, 1 cup.
Sweet.
A little bit of salt and pepper to taste. We're just gonna put a little bit in there. A little bit of pepper. Maybe a little bit of pepper. Now we'll do a little bit of pepper. And then Worcestershire sauce. Now this, you don't need a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm actually not a huge fan of
Just
Worcestershire.
a couple, a little bit. It's gonna give it a little bit more of a rustic taste.
Show them what it looks like. There we go.
And now all we have to do is stir this up. Heat it up till it gets to a boiling. Once it boils, put it on low heat for 30 minutes and it'll be ready. And by the time we finish this, our pulled pork will be ready to pull.
Yeah, and you know what? We'll have we have a secret weapon coming for these beans is when that pulled pork is ready. Wow, that smells amazing, man.
Yeah, so what you want to look for, go ahead and show them real quick. This is the color that you're looking for when it's ready. And it's just barely, look at this, reduced a little bit, still nice and good. These beans are almost finished. There's still one ingredient left, and we'll show you that in just a minute. Let's go ahead and check the pulled pork now.
All right, pop off the top, big dog.
All right, this is the moment of truth.
Oh, look at that crust.
Yep. 6 hours, 5 under smoke, 1 under foil. If you guys noticed, we did wrap this in foil. We did that at the 5-hour mark. Do that for 2 reasons. The first reason, it stops putting smoke in the meat. It also cooks it up a little bit quicker because, again, we got to get up early in the morning for work.
You can say that again.
All right, let's pull this pork. All right, so basically, oh yeah, look, it's just falling right apart.
Oh yeah,
that's what you want to see. Look at that. Now the reason I'm using utensils is because look at how hot this stuff is.
Yeah, we would just go in with hands and mince it all up with our hands.
Yeah, look at that. It's all, look at how tender this stuff is.
Oh my gosh.
It is amazing.
Put some barbecue in that thing and we're good to go, man.
Absolutely. Look at that. I mean, look, it's just falling right apart. That's what you're supposed to look for. And you want to get your smoker up to 200. You want to get the meat up to 203 degrees. That's when this meat will actually release and just let it become pulled pork.
That's that threshold.
Exactly. So we're going to go ahead and pull all this. We'll be right back. Check out the pulled pork.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's super tender. Look at all the smoke ring, all the red from the smoke ring. It's just everything cooked up perfectly, just like it should. It's great. Now let me show you guys the beans. We're about to finish the beans right now. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a handful of this pulled pork. Just gonna dump it right in these beans. That's gonna finish these up. Then we'll be ready to
That's
try
a good
everything.
amount. That's a pretty good amount as well.
Perfect.
So you don't want to overdo it, but that's what we do down in the South.
Yeah. These are the BDE special recipe baked beans. And then we'll go ahead and throw a ladle in here. Get some in a bowl so we can try it out.
Oh wow. That looks amazing.
We're ready to chow down.
All right, well go ahead and get you a bite, man.
Let's do it. All right, it's been almost 7 hours. I'm ready to chow. What about you, buddy?
I've been ready to chow for 6.5 hours.
Well, we've got to get this done because we do have to wake up for work. So let's go ahead and try this out.
Take a look at that thing. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Pop it.
I love this stuff so much.
Take it all in. Take it all in.
Extremely tender. I mean, it is falling apart. It's just amazing. You cook this thing under smoke. There's just nothing like a good smoked meat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh
Just
yeah.
incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Or a smoked crust.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try some of these beans.
All right.
Which I know are going to be amazing as well. Whew. Ready?
Go for it.
Look at that.
Hey, you know what? It happens in the BDE kitchen.
It actually happens more than it should, to be honest with you. But hey, beans, they've got that sweetness, that tanginess with the barbecue sauce, the crunch of the onions. That's one thing that I love about this sauce. When you cook up the onions, you don't cook them all the way. You have a little bit of a crunch. When you bite into those beans, you got that little crunch, which just makes it amazing. So you ready to try this stuff out, bro?
Absolutely. All right, after all this time, it's finally time to chow down. Let's just go right in. Let's get us a good little piece. Let me go back in. Oh yeah, you can smell that smokiness too.
It's amazing.
Oh yeah. It falls right apart, man.
And what's so great when you have little bits of red all over that, you know you had a really good smoke
Oh
on
yeah.
that stuff.
Oh yeah. Speaking of red, let me go for these beans.
Go for it, buddy.
All right. You can tell someone's barbecue cooking level by the baked beans. So we'll see it. We'll see where we're at.
It'll be epic level because I already tried them.
I already know there's going to be some people out there hating that we didn't buy a bag of beans and boil them, all that. You know what? The Butcher's baked beans, the canvas that they give you, I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. And it really ties the dish together that those little pieces of barbecue in this. It makes it like, it's all just kind of one thing. So,
I love it.
A+.
Alright guys, that's about going to do it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we've been excited to bring this one to you guys for a while. This is, well, I guess we'd say that we're pretty good at making pulled pork, so we were excited to bring it to the channel.
We got a lot more stuff coming too because summer's coming. I've got briskets, we've got more pulled pork.
Oh, don't ruin all the surprises now, big dog.
And some other surprise that we have coming this summer. So again, I really appreciate your support. With that being said, we're going to get out of here, get this stuff chowed down. Thanks again for watching. See ya!